Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's first video series this week, starting on April 6th. I am Piper Harris with Poema Women's Success Coaching, and this is our Caring Through COVID series. I'm hoping to bring you something to think about during this time of our global crisis. So this week, we are going to be digging into creativity and how we can harness creativity in the midst of a crisis. Now, a lot of people think creativity, you have to sit there and paint or maybe compose music. But really, truly, if we learn what creativity is and learn how to harness it, we can increase our health benefits, increase our mental health, and we can actually increase our innovation and leadership in the organizations that we're leading. So creativity, it induces positive health effects, including heart health. In fact, a lot of different studies have been done on creativity, and even people just doodling on a pad, being people given art supplies that have cardiovascular problems, and they saw a decrease in cortisol levels. So that's that stress hormone that pumps through us. So I know if you're sitting here watching this saying, Piper, I don't have time to be creative. I'm in the midst of this pandemic and trying to figure out, how do I run my organization? How do I take care of my employees? Well, we're going to learn all the different ways that we can jump into it this week. In fact, what a lot of studies have found is creativity actually can be harnessed through a plan, through blocking out your day, through a vision and steps that you put into place. So this could be 5 minutes in the middle of the day that you allow your brain to just focus on the creative process. Now, some other studies have found that crisis and creativity can kind of struggle with one another, in the sense that we can't force creativity under the gun. We can't force your employees to be creative and innovative in the middle of this crisis. However, if you had preventative measures, or you start to implement measures of stepping out of the crisis and really focusing on, let's be innovative, let's encourage one another, it can happen and it won't feel so under the gun. With creativity, what a lot of people have found, as with myself, is once we hit that creative flow, it's that flow state where we really aren't recognizing what's going on. We're focusing intensely on a creative task. Now, I want you to ask yourself, what is creativity to me? So again, like I said, some people think it's painting, some people think it's composing music. For myself, creativity could be sitting and refinishing a piece of furniture like I did last week, or it could be within my workouts. I am being creative and in that flow state of thinking of what my week's going to look like, or I'm planning out programming, or I'm planning, how am I going to teach these kids that are at home again. So this week, we are really going to stoke your creative imagination. So I want you to step out of your possible leadership role right now, where you're shaking your head saying, I just don't have time for this. You truly do. And the more that you harness creativity and encourage it with your employees and those in your life, the greater success that you're going to have. So I'm going to be talking about how we need to lean into the fear. We need to look back at our experiences and identify where our creativity was taking place in those experiences. We have to encourage breaking the rules and setting things aside and encouraging others to share their opinions and share their imagination. So this week, again, we're going to lose ourselves in creativity, and I hope that you come along for the ride. This week, on Friday, we will continue our Lunch and Learn series with my special guest, Kanisha Griffin. She is an author. She has authored many books, one of which is Once Upon a Child. This is her memoir of loss, of losing multiple pregnancies. And what she's going to do with us during this Lunch and Learn series is teaching us how we can harness creativity in writing during crisis, that this helps us get through trials and tragedies. So thanks so much for joining me today. I want you to consider, what is creativity to you, and how can you harness it to bolster yourself, to bolster your health, your mental health, and help your organization during COVID. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm Piper Harris with Poema Women's Success Coaching. I look forward to speaking to you more this week.